Hello and welcome back to Mr. Caro Plays FM24. Today is going to be the second part of our two-part series on what you need to do when you first start a new game. The first, what we're going to put in, or what we're going to look at today, is media predictions. Now, this isn't something that you could say is majorly important. However, it is important if you want to kind of know where you should stand as the season progresses. So in order to do this, we go to our competition section. We click on the competition that we're looking at, in this case, the championship. We go down, we go to overview, and then we're looking at our season preview. And then in our season preview, you can see on the left-hand section there are, the table and the predictions, the betting odds, if you like, but more specifically, the important thing is what they're saying in there. And they're putting all three of the relegated teams from the Premier League from the season before should be in position to, get the top three spots, and us being in third place at the second. Now, interestingly, if you sign players and add to your team and improve your team, then you can progress up that table before the season starts. However, this gives us a basic and kind of good indication of what they expect to see. Now, the next tip I'm going to show you is if we go to our dev center, and I'm specifically saying we need to look at those first team candidates. Now, in some aspects, you might see, for example, Shea Charles could be a player. Maybe you want to bring him in the first team. Maybe you want to look at these players and see if you need to maybe loan them out to kind of progress them, especially a guy who's got such ability at the age of 19. Maybe it would be time to loan that player out. And I have kind of covered that in another video as well. Now, the next thing we need to look at is we could either go to finances or scouting. In this case, we'll go to our scouting, and we're going to look at our transfer budget. Now, you can see for Southampton, it's a very healthy £20 million that they've got, which is crazy for this level, but it won't get you masses of players, but you could buy a couple of players in those key positions. Going back to our last video when we said tactics, if you put in that tactic and then you kind of build your players around that, you may have some gaps. Having a bit of money doesn't hurt when it comes to that, especially with free transfers with the amount of wages available. Now, the next one we're going to look at is, again, something to do with finance, and it is our projections. Now, this is important to see to see the effects of what your spending has had on the team. I would imagine with Southampton, because of their wage bill, they will substantially lose money. And you can see actually by the third season, if they were to stay in the championship, the game is predicting they would be £10 million in debt. Obviously, if they were to sell players, etc., it would have a positive, or if they were to buy players, a negative impact on that amount of money there. And the last one we're going to look at is responsibilities. Another thing which is good to do at the start of the game, simply because if we do this, it does help us allow us to kind of develop how we want to start playing this game. So if we go to our staff and we're looking at, maybe do we want to play friendly matches, for example? Do we want them to handle team talks, and various things that we can add in there? The key and important thing is, whatever you choose, is to click confirm. If you do not click confirm and you click off to a new screen, it does not save. And this could be very important as you progress, because if you thought you picked them, i.e. to do training, etc., and you didn't click confirm, then obviously they wouldn't. So then as the season progresses, you may finally notice that your players are not getting the amount of training that you would have expected them to, or specifically the training that you were expecting them to. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. Hit the notification button for more videos. Thank you and goodbye.